Hello, I'm John White. Today I'm talking with Sharon Campbell, and Sharon's a master gardener here in Doñana County, and Sharon has brought some plant samples.
Right. Well, first, John, this is a Crepe Myrtle that's showing a lot of destruction of leaves. This is from my garden. I've had problems all summer long, but it seems to be worse right now.
Okay. Well, we do see some signs of leafcutter bee where they have been cutting into the leaf that leave kind of semicircular cuts. That insect is almost impossible to control, so you just kind of let them take pieces as they need be and try and grow more on than what they're taking off. But also looks like you might have some signs of possibly a chafer or some kind of beetle that might be feeding on the foliage, and it might be a night feeder where you maybe want to go after it or look for it at night. If you want to use an insecticide, you can use a foliar insecticide like 7. It works pretty good on feeding insects, and go after it that way. If you start to see a lot more damage on it, then you may want to come in with an insecticide, but otherwise I'd let it go.
Okay.
Okay, what else do you have for us, Sharon?
Okay. This is a Euonymus plant, which I would like to get rid of. I don't like them in my yard. I think it was a mistake planting them.
You and probably have a lot of people who agree with you.
I think so, and I believe I may have willed this plant to die because it's looking very bad to me right now. It does get a lot of western sun, and that may be part of the problem.
Well, if you're the plant itself is showing a lot of foliage burn, lack of water type of reaction, a scorch. So if you're trying to get rid of it, you're probably not taking care of it that well, and it's slowly the sun and the elements are starting to get to it. But if you really want to get rid of it, go ahead and clip it off at ground level. You can take a little Roundup and dab it on the cut ends, or get it cut off below ground and cover it over with soil, cover the cut base off, and see if it won't go ahead and die out. And if it's not too big a shrub, you can maybe go ahead and go in and get the roots out of it. But that's just showing some leaf scorch, some heat scorch, and that's fairly common on plants here in the southern part of the state.
Okay.
What else do you have?
This is Spanish Broom. It has been covered with small, maybe an inch to an inch and a half caterpillars during the summer. They go, especially after the new growth, have just been taking it right back to the plant. We've treated it several times during the summer, which seems to control the little caterpillar for a while, but then they're back.
Okay. We do have a caterpillar that attacks the brooms, Spanish broom, some of the desert broom, Sephoras, the mountain laurels that bother those. And the best control for them would be use dipel, which is Bacillus thuringiensis, a biological control. Okay. If you want to use an insecticide, 7 or malathion, diazinon, any of those can be used. But if you want to stay organic and kind of keep things safe around your home landscape, then dipel would be a good material to use, the Bacillus thuringiensis. Okay, what else do you have for us?
This is cutting from an ash tree, which has multiple problems. The back of the leaf, you can see, has a white, I don't know if that's a scale, and then there is this growth on the unsightly growth on the branch as well.
Okay, you've got quite a collection here of the white critters on the underside of the leaf here. That is a buildup of aphid. We have an ash aphid that bothers it. We also have some white fly that bother ash trees. So we've got kind of a combination, a couple insects here. This one here is caused by a mite, an Airified mite that hits the floral part of the tree, of the ash tree, and this usually hits in the spring. And these are quite unsightly, especially if you have a large number of inflorescences on the plant. So these are hard to get rid of. They just kind of hang on the plant for a long time. These can be controlled with a insecticide spray. Some of your, if you're trying to go organic, some of the insecticidal soaps can be used. They'll probably need repeat sprays to really get them under control. We've had a little bit of a cooling spell here in the southern part of the state, and again, things kind of slowing down. And again, it's this time of year where you may want to just say, I'm just going to let things go for the winter, and let the winter knock the leaves off, and then maybe get a little earlier start on it next spring. And a good time to go after the Airified mite is when you're beginning to get the inflorescences, and you can spray with a dormant oil mix.
Okay,
and
I wondered about that.
Go after that.
When should the dormant oil be sprayed?
Dormant oil needs to be put on when the tree has probably got about 75% leaf drop, from that time on to when it starts to break bud.
Okay.
Okay. Sharon, thank you for bringing those samples today.
You're welcome.